Hi, this Learning Byte is about configuration file archiving. My name is David Williams and I work with Juniper Education Services. Configuration archival allows you to archive the most recent configuration files stored on your device to a separate device using FTP or SCP. To automatically back up a system's configuration file to a remote device, you configure the necessary parameters under the Edit System Archival hierarchy. When you configure the system to transfer its configuration, you specify an archive site in the form of a URL. This is where the files are to be transferred. If you specify more than one archive site, the system attempts to transfer the configuration file to the first archive site in the list, then moving on to the next site only if the initial transfer fails. Your backups of your files occur at regular intervals with the use of the transfer interval statement. Here you can specify a transfer time in minutes to transfer the file. The other choice is you can transfer the file every time you activate a new configuration file with a commit command. The syntax for this is called transfer on commit. We'll take a look at an example case study and then go through the syntax in order to make this case study configuration become active. We will go through an example case study. Here, we must ensure that the configuration changes are archived on the server located at 10.210.11.132. We have some parameters that we have to adhere to. So first, we're going to use a username of lab with a password of lab123. And the configuration file should be stored in the var home lab directory. Let's go through the configuration to meet our sample task. A good place to start is to put yourself in the right hierarchy. So we will go to Edit, System, Archival, Configuration. Okay, and let's see what our choices are. So here we can see that we can set up the transfer interval, as we said, in minutes. Or if we want to transfer after each commit, we would issue this transfer on commit statement. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's just do a quick show. Okay, and it's telling us we're missing a mandatory statement here, the main statement, which is the archive site. So let's go ahead and add that in. So let's say set archive sites. And we said we're using SCP, and the username specified was lab, and our host name is 10.210.11.132. Our listed directory was var home lab, and then our password was to be lab123. Okay, and let's do a show. Okay, so we have our transfer on commit. We've met the objectives of our task. So let's go ahead and commit. Now, what we want to do when we get done committing is we'll go ahead and verify through the system log that we see the correct thing happening. So, easy way to do this is to look at the messages log. And we will pipe this to match transfer. Okay, and we see some goodies going on here, but what we're looking for here is this transfer, as we see here, transfer file transferred. Okay, and we see the file name here going across. We will go to our target here, And let's go ahead and do a run file list for home lab. And boom, okay? There's a few extra ones there. But as you can see, it's put in it with the host name, juniper.conf, as well as a timestamp. And that's pretty much it. We did this example from router to router, okay, but you know, pretty much works the same way. Normally you'd be doing this to a server, but this is the example of system archiving. Thank you.
Visit the Juniper Education Services website to learn more about courses. View our full range of classroom, online, and e-learning courses. Learning paths, industry segment and technology-specific training paths. Juniper Network's certification program, the ultimate demonstration of your competence. And the training community, from forums to social media. Join the discussion.